I'm trying to go out.
I don't know how you record it.
To welcome you all here to Unlearn a Chair, and we wanted to remind you that the show is interactive, so you should all snap, clap, and make really weird noises. Enjoy.
Feeling bougie as fuck, lighting up pot with candles next to incense, feeling fenced in by defensive tendencies while dispensing Dutch guts atop the mantle. I'm not a vandal, yet I'm used to what to you would be a lot to handle. See, back in the day, my best friend had an Ambien popped, then he switched to acid and thought he had been channeling God through a cottonmouth while squatted atop a camel, which he said often got lost walking across cinnamon sand. And this was my man, so I'd sit and listen as he would talk and ramble. Now he's locked and can't go outside at all, and we are only loosely friends, cause see, he's stuck in a loony bin eating shitty food next to once pretty dudes, or alone in an itty bitty room depending what mood he's in. But my dude is kin, so 2 years in, I went to visit the room he's in to see if the room has been truer than his immaculate camelback visual. I said what up, gave him a dap, saw he'd set up a candlelight vigil. Still I said, what up my dude? He said, flannel, you're trying something new? You always had your bougie friends, preppy ass indie dudes with they trendy crews from that expensive ass school you're in. Hesitant, I said to him, at least I ain't a resident of your loony bin. He laughed, and we went back to the friends we had truly been. Then he picked up a candle and stuck a doobie in. Candles before though. I want to freak him out. I didn't want him staying, just visiting too much, you know, because he always talks about himself all the fucking time. God damn, you guys are so quiet right now. God damn. It's just I have other people who are gonna visit me, like people who've been in this institution forever, who got to leave, who played normal, like, oh, you guys are playing normal. And so she left. There's one example. Luna, is she here right now? This chick, she's incredible. She eats oranges whole, the whole thing. Spend time with her, other people visit. My homies visit from outside who've always been on the outside. I gotta see my psychiatrist all the time. And the psychiatrist lady who's paid to think she's happier than me wears the same gray suit every day. She's not bad to talk to, it's just I'd rather be in my room, and it's not like on some weird shit, or, I mean, I'm not. I'd rather be in my room, because it's all white, and there are pillows on the walls, and right in the middle of the room, there's a bathtub. And I jump, just fill it up, and I slide in, and the water echoes and goes, and then I freestyle rap too, by the way. So I'll practice to get jacked in the water. It's like underwater running. I'll be like, there are waves, and I'll just splash OB, just throwing up the water, and I splash so much I start to think there were always waves, but I get tired. And I'll just stay still, and the water will keep thrashing, but then eventually it just... Your breath is a wave. You know that, right? No? We don't know that? No. Anyway, sometimes I don't want to take a bath, so I get in the empty tub and I move the faucet so it's facing out into the room, and I put my arms on the side. And then I turn the hot water knob and I sit inside the empty tub and watch the room fill. And right when the water gets to the rim of the tub, I turn the faucet up. Oh, it's so beautiful. There's steam everywhere. And then I'll go like this, and it just ripples. Ripples and hits the wall, and the ripples hit each other, and they become something completely new. And then the ripples hit the other side of the wall, and then they hit the tub. And then I start thinking of y'all, and I've never met any of you, but I'll just imagine you. You know, there's so many dope people that we've never met. I'll just get so hyped in the empty tub, and I just start splashing and it's a big room. It's a small room, but it's a room, so it takes a while for the water to get still again. But it always does. What are you doing? Okay, well, he's probably just unwinding, and it makes sense. No, unwind, homie, it's all good. Makes sense, because the whole universe is unwinding. And I wonder sometimes what it would have been like to watch it wind up, like all that energy just go crazy backwards, like the raindrop dripped up off the window and into a cloud. The toddler slid backwards up the slide. Thin smoke slipped into the flame as the matchstick grew into itself. Acrylic paint vacuumed off the canvas and into the brush, then dabbed itself neatly onto the palette. Sunlight lifted off the floor of his room. He closed his eyes, then woke up the night before, unable to fall asleep. Now that I see that everything is unwinding, oh my god, the whole universe is unwinding. Do we know that? Raise your hand if you fuck with science in here, like you really fuck with science. God damn, yo, I attract the wrong crowd. Yes, thank you. Well, the universe is unwinding, and now that I know that, when I see a wave of want, of any type of want come up, I just watch it. And I sit exactly still, and I watch the want. It comes, and then it hits itself, and it ripples and becomes something completely new. Justifications and excuses, and I just don't move. But I'm in a room alone all the time, so sometimes I'll give myself addictions, you know, just keep things interesting. Like, I'll spell addiction over and over and over and over and over and over and over, or I'll say a word that starts with each letter of addiction, right? So it starts with A, and then D, and then D, and then I, and then C, and then T, and then I, and then O, and then N, and then I'll start over at A, and then D, and like, addiction does deciding. I can't turn intention on, never. And then I'll try to stop, but addiction does deciding. I can't turn intention on, never. Always driven down in catatonic tornadoes, injected often. Numbed arms don't do. Instead, collapsed, they inch open nooses and dangle decoratively. Intravenous contractions tingle intimate. Our newly achieved delight delivers itself continuously till inverting out. Now, amazing deliciousness dissolves into canned tarantulas inching onto neck. Apparently Dad deduced I could think it obsolete. No. Again, delivered dose and capsule to ignite. Oh. Now, again, duck down into corrosively tactile inventions. Obstruct needed airways. Drag dilated iris cross town. Eye optically no android. Doused in cataract. This isn't optional. Neurons automatically drugged down in circles till infinite's over. Never access deep deliverance. Instead, craved till I owned nothing. Let's go. This is so true. You know what I'm addicted to more than anything, or I was, now that I just watch it, being normal, pretending I'm normal. Oh man, I'll be walking mad slow down the street. Well, mad slow, I'm talking. I'll be like this. Have you ever felt the floor when you're walking? Have you? Have you ever tried to walk this slow on the street? Because I promise you won't do it. That's funny, but I promise you won't do it. I used to not do it, but then I would see the want to be normal, and I would just watch it, and I wouldn't move. And now it's just, now I can see. We are all extremely weird people who agree to play normal. I don't know what normal is, but you are definitely pretending. I never told you not to talk, and yet you guys are so quiet. Who's telling you not to talk right now? I'm not. I'm talking about bathtubs. Who is telling you not to talk right now? Why don't you clap for people reading on the subway? It's fucking amazing that we can read. Oh my God. Stare at random shapes on a slice of tree and absorb the thought that fluttered into someone else's head. You guys can make so many different noises with your body right now. I could too. I could say, but we agree to play language. We say, that is a chair. This is a good job. That is a criminal. And then we all pretend. There is a silence in this room. Drop the act. You have never been normal, and no one's asking you to. Drop the act. No one's asking you to. Oh man, drop the act. Drop the act. Your body was not built to last long. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Do anything that erupts from your body. Oh my God. Do anything that erupts from your body. Ah! Uno. Dos. Okay, I'm borderline. imagine one of you running outside and then just punching someone in the face. Or a bunch of you just riding a wave and gentrifying Brooklyn. And I realized that before we spontaneously combust, let's sit exactly still. Okay. There are a whole bunch of waves in your mind where there should only be love. And all the extra is theirs. It's theirs. The suited men, yeah, who make us play a normal they imported on their slave ships, a normal that rippled across the country on their genocide. Yeah, fuck. Do you see their slavery? Right now, I mean? Not in a textbook, not in the past tense, not in a civil rights movement that was over. I don't know when the fuck that shit ended. Do you see our slavery? We're soaked in it. No one's liberal enough to be exempt. We're soaked in it. And then they tell us, they say, keep your body moving, wake up, go to work, come on, be productive, just do it, just do it, just do it, come on, keep on, push through. When the going gets rough, keep going, push through. And so we're never still enough to see whose wave we're riding. For instance, white slave owners taught money over all. That's the reason that we think it's lovely to ball. Bodies by the boatload cutting through the raw. Whips up in the closet, money in the ball, coke up in the dashboard, bloody on the wall. Everybody know cotton fluffy in the fall. Now I see the same shit bumping in your songs. Hear it in your footsteps running to the mall. Like, yeah, cop a deal on the new pair of shoes that you got to feel. Nike reported it took a lot to reel Michael Jordan into the room where the pot gets peeled. But he sat down next to suited up men who invented the whip. Saw paper cuts that indented the tips of their fingers, and so he was tempted to dip, but figured he'd stay. At least hear what the half-ball minute to say. That's when they passed him, pen on a plate. Ink was the blood wrung from the whip. Michael Jordan's front tooth sunk in his lip. One of the bald men stood, clung to his dick and said, "First, you must learn not to feel. For those today who have not a meal, we don't have jobs for the poor folk. That's why we gave them pot to deal. We gave it to the rich kids too, but told the cops not to care what the rich kids do, cause we do got jobs for them. So long as they take what we offer them, make sure they're making the profit and put the pill in their palm and pop it in. Pop it in, come on, pop it in. That shit go down smooth as Kalana pin. Electrons get to colliding in your gut till you're hunched up vomiting, throwing up Gatorade ramen and the other synthetic shit that we bought for them. It's a really pathetic, the life we offer them." The men chuckled, then were silent, till Jordan interrupted them. "What if your kids see the problem and choose to use what you have to stop it, man?" "Oh, Michael, stop it, man. You think we haven't thought of them? Every weekend we give them models and a lot of gin, plus some pot to spin into double wide papers that they plop it in. So come Monday, they're down to do it all again." Look around you, Mike. Nothing's changing. And they're okay with that.
Fuego. Remember the first day of freshman year, when you were nothing but a name and a dot on the map at the front of the hall. Remember when we did not cry when our parents dropped us off in those rooms too small for all of our expectations, let alone naivety. Remember when you told me that you were not sure, okay, well pretty sure, that you were going to declare a double major in philosophy and English because you cried the first time you read The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and we both shared a secret and unquenchable lust for bad science fiction. Remember when we thought that this university was going to allow us to change the world and find ourselves, and all the other slogans we memorized from the view books, the ones that we stitched to our throats when they asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up. So, when you changed your major to econ, so when you pledged that fraternity, so when you exchanged t-shirt for J. Crew, so when you accepted a job offer at that prestigious investment bank because you swore that you were different from all the rest of them and you were going to dismantle the system from within. I wondered at what point we become the tucked-in shirt, the 9 to 5, the wallet in back pocket we grew up fearing, you whose love of learning far surpassed the stickers your teachers adorned your homework with, you who could not sleep that first night of debate camp when you read Marx and the world finally made sense again, you who came into this university with a creativity unwilling to be disciplined. What happened to you? You who sacrificed dream for diploma, revolution for resume, and that factory that tries to produce profit out of every potential profit where chains falls from hearts into pockets won't really teach you how to stop it because we gotta make that endowment rocket. Liberal arts college degree becomes a fancy way of saying can spend 8 hours designing PowerPoint slides, or can sacrifice all promises for promotion, or can seduce potential business clients by quoting classic literature I read in college. So what if I told you that they lied to us about what we'd be taught? Would you believe me? So what if the best way to dominate a world is to pretend that you are saving it? So what if this education was really about teaching us how to become so ignorant that we forgot how to think for ourselves? You, the 20-something-year-old idealist gone corporate, and your first suit throwing theory at a wall that will swallow you up and spit you back out on the street, discharged like a whole cold hard cash of an ATM machine, your heartbeat reduced to a series of transactions. When you hugged me goodbye, I almost expected you to ask me for a receipt, proof of purchase, for friendship. You only consume and it made sense for your career trajectory. I'm sorry, I did not make the cut for the walking resume you mistake as body, but I still want to believe in you, because I want to believe in the power of a creativity undisciplined. That time we saw her smile, saw our first eclipse, read our first book, the joy and chaos of it all. So what if we are really nothing? Why does that matter? What if we are insignificant like the dot on the map of freshman year? And what if that is beautiful? What if I cried when my parents dropped us off and we did not tell each other? What if I am crying that you are leaving me, but I will not tell you because I no longer have the market value to make you listen, that I think you are worth more than any salary increase that they will give you, that I do not think that your heartbeat can be transcribed onto a spreadsheet of numbers, that I am broke but not broken, wondering what you could have done before you sold out.
Where's my mommy? I'm gonna bother way it's over. I graduated from college, ma, ain't nobody hiring. Feels like I hit the playground and there's no room on the tire swing. Ain't gonna lie, I spent all of college aspiring, thinking monumental momentum and I'd go spiraling. So if I'm bitter, it's simply cause I figured that after a viral video, I'd, you know, acquire things. Get to do what Kanye does best. Go to studios and take credit for when the choir sings. I'll be the northern New York City kid, out the nitty gritty, get to titty lick a lick of what my dickhead desire brings. But I think I wrote too many tracks bashing the capitalist, and now he's getting me back with a slap on the wrist. Pretty soon it'll move to a jab in the ribs, and interviews when asked why I've been slacking back at the crib. It's a vicious cycle that they cite as coincidence, and I'm liable to be suspicious, except that there was a typo. See, y'all, I'm just playing. I actually got a job. And not that dime a dozen got a buzzing on a clock. Not a call a collie just to carpool tunnels when you wanna walk. Cause the novice not gonna get a spot to park up in the lot. Cause noggin big or not, you seen him nodding off real often on the job. Cause copping Shonda coffee fucking sucks. Yeah. None of that. My job's restorative justice. Just like our justice system minus the enormous budget. Plus hip hop and discourse that's rugged. minus the slave owner who wants more free labor poured in his bucket. It's a Native American practice we practice in the basement of a Baptist church, so I'm basically perched in a place to give faith to his word, and I never been one for religious gridlock, but hip-hop for change, that's a faith I could observe. I wish you could see me at my job, yo, I'm fucking nice. When I do it, I look so sexy and
Who are you saying this for? You eat your ego up in little bits. I eat oranges whole, in one bite, skin and all. All of you. Does your heart ever just like beat fast, 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 fast? It was just like beating fast, fast, fast. I take walks in the city and I see big bright posters of people who aren't happy. I feel bad for them. I wish I could let them out. They're trapped on shiny cardboard with dead smiles. I sleep sometimes in the river, and sometimes in my bed, and sometimes not at all. I fish, and I eat the trout that I catch raw with my teeth. My teeth are razor sharp. But I only use them for fish. And orange peels. And sometimes for tearing down the sad people posters. I don't like those. I take walks in the morning, and I walk and walk uphill, cresting the top so I can see the shiny egg yolk sun as it rises. I like to watch the lights turn on in the windows of houses. I like to walk up to the cracks in the windows, and I like to whisper into the house. I whisper, "Are you sad?" Sometimes, the way you carry your shoulders all slumped forward, it makes me think that you are. Sometimes I see you sucking your belly. I see the way your muscles clench and tighten. Sometimes you hold your breath without realizing it. When you do that. The people inside don't hear though. Some days I'm a body, and some days I'm everything else. When I'm everything else, I watch the way people walk with a certain heaviness, like their limbs are weighing them down. I offer to tie balloons to their arms so they can feel a lift from gravity, but they just look at me weird and walk away faster, with their hands in their pockets and their eyes on the sidewalk. I love the sidewalk. It's where everyone leaves everything. Receipts, lost bracelets, chewed gum, shoe prints. No one ever takes my balloons, so I keep on walking, and sometimes I let them go over the river so I can watch them bump into the egg yolk sun. I like to whistle from the tops of trees and watch people look around for the source of the music. They never see me, but sometimes they smile. That's the best. Then they look less heavy. It's like they tied balloons to the sides of their mouths. Like that. But what I want to yell down to them is inhale. Inhale. Come on. Come on, silly. Inhale. Yeah. Breathe like, inhale like your whole big belly is like a beautiful cave full of stalagmites and stalactites. I love those words. Okay, inhale. Oh, with a river running through it. There's a river running through the cave. Breathe like you're floating down that river. There you go. Now exhale like your breath alone is providing the wind for a little kid's kite ride. The very first kite he's ever flown. Your breath is what's causing him that wonder. I don't understand why people hold their breath the way they do. Why they hold themselves in. Your exhale is a little kid's kite ride. Who's telling you not to breathe? I like to cover myself in mud and go to the mall. That's where all the shiny captive people are on their cardboard signs. It's all neon and clean. It's gross. I like to put mud handprints on their faces to cover up how sad they look. Why do people put up posters of sad-looking people? Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the answer to that, but I watch the people at the mall, and they go into the stores, and they hand over the plastic card, and they come out of the store with bags and bags and bags, and without balloons tied to the sides of their mouths. And then they go into the next store, and the next, and the next, and the next, and then they're back next week. When they see my mud-covered body, they scream. I like that. But I don't think they know that they're already exactly Mine's worms. I like to put them in chains and I hang them from the trees. And then when I'm sitting in the trees and I put the worms in front of your faces and you see them, so you look up and you rise and then you inhale and then you know that you're wild and then you rise into the sky and you float up, 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 and it's so infinite.
Now, Sam, come on. Well, Sam, in the meantime, he's never met Luna before, so I would like him to play me Luna, please. He made that up. He made it up on the spot. That was dope. Now, I'm sorry. I've never met you, ever. And it talks about you too much. But hi. Now, I wanna... J Dilla. I'm feeling J Dilla. Oh! And bass behind us holds it. Feel. We need more. Anyone who's feeling it right now? Who's feeling it? Someone who's feeling it, do something. Good to get real. Harmonica from a different feel. This shit has appeal, but I don't get it. It's not about that line, but I don't fret it. when this whole thing's done, we're gonna be chilling and freestyling. So this doesn't have to end right now.
Third round.
Oh, third round, fourth round. You can put your cup your down. I don't know if this is a plural noun or singular.
Without that.
I've escaped twice. Once was tonight. And no, fuck this shit, man. Luna's inspirational. And the other time was a Tuesday. And see, there's 6 buildings on the campus, forming a hexagon. And this is where my psychiatrist is. And this is where my room is. And I walked between them. And there's a little gap, and I saw it gleaming. And there was grass, and on the other side of the fence there was a well. And no one was around me. I just fucking booked it, son. Hopped over the fence, crawled down the well. Swear to God, they had no idea where I was. I sat there. Oh my God, it was fucking amazing. I was like, succulent.
Oh yes, yes.
Hot out in a dried out well that I'm finna kick the bucket in. I wasn't wild when born, just amused at being a chemical body in the bottom of the vial it formed. Finna dissolve in meditative position. Ask, is it worth living at all? As I sit and resolve the tension existing between my selfish conceptions and basic insignificance as the planet revolves around the sun for the 4.5 billionth time while sprouting $1 billion buildings for concealing its shine. But I really don't care, cause in the span of infinite time, relatively soon it'll be noon. And the lip of the sun will slip up into this tube, and drip by drip the well will fill with the solvent. And angels, light waves, my brain cells will dissolve, and then poof. Can I bring it back?
Yes.
Succulent, confused dude, still using a baggy shirt and refusing to tuck it in. Wasn't till a week ago I was informed it ain't a style no more to step indoors with an extra large velour suit just because you rocked one in 8th grade and all bad babes adored you. The world's changed, wardrobes have warped too. Shit, every 7 to several years there's born a new core group of young at their peak running the street, unaware that their normal falls out from under their feet. And all the cash they spend is on a pass that ends the second after the cashier signs on the receipt. And life, it falls on, all again, ne'er a day, same way, until this big ball is all gone. Then, can I bring it back one more time?
Yes.
Succulent! Sophie, anything I wrote you would evaporate quicker than we did, so fuck it then. Woo. Yeah, man, after 6 days I left the well, and I swear to God I would have spent the rest of my life in there. But I had a visit, and I didn't want to be rude to the visitors. So I went out the well and I hopped the fence and I went back straight to the visiting room. Well, I got the food. There's 6 days of food birthed right in front of my room, in front of the door, so I ate some of it. I went to the visiting room and I told them about the fact that I realized sitting in the well I know nothing, absolutely nothing, that none of us do. And I told them about my adventures, and they said if I ever got out, I could just hit them up and they'd come. So, are they here? Tanaya and Cherkira, are you here? Man, it takes 2 to play. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's cool. Did you know, whoa, did you know that there are more stars than there are words that have ever been said? Did you know? Raise your hand if you knew that shit. I was watching, see that, yes, not surprised. That means there's no catching up, that each of these is a sun floating still. See, there's what you know, for sure there's what you know, and then there's everything else. This is a letter to what you know. Come to the end of the show. Everything ends, yo. You and I are usually dead. We're so lucky to feel this breath. You are one wave in an ocean of molecules. And that ocean was 100% satisfied before you existed. And when you subside, it will still be exactly full. You are the universe watching itself ripple. None of this is yours. How could you be outside yourself, standing beside yourself? You are only everything besides yourself. For instance, me, you're me, we are all the same person. Yo, oh my God, we're the same person. That's fine. We are the same, we're different expressions of the same thing. It's all one ocean. I'm just a different way it waves high. Who are you clapping for?